it's not only how beautiful the place is, like because it's when you come in here, you feel happy and you find rewarding. So it's very motivating, you know. It is not just the beauty itself, you know, it's still the feeling of joy when you come in here. So it makes you feel like you want to come home more often, you want to stay in house more often.
In our previous episode on Design Seed, we have covered owners with interesting hobbies and passions which relates to their property design. My name is Alex Lee, and today's episode on Design Seed, we will be sharing the story of the occupation of two remarkable restaurant owners and entrepreneurs and how their personality would picture their dream home. I am certainly curious to find out how their habitat would look like. So before we begin, if you have not subscribed to us yet, do click on that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell right beside the subscribe button. The owners of the house, Pascal Yong and Toto Oi, are the proprietors of Cafe Cafe, a fashionable restaurant in Kuala Lumpur and Bangsar, serving French cuisine in a setting that evokes Parisian chic and grandeur. There is no hint of their day job in the cool interior of the house, and this is deliberate, for they value a complete break when leaving work to return home. Most conventional terrace houses would start with the general spaces and kitchen on the ground floor, followed by all the bedrooms tucked upstairs. The designer, Farah Azizan from Studio Pekin, envisioned the layout of this property in a whole new perspective. Tucking 3 bedrooms with a pantry on the ground floor and moving all the general spaces up to the first floor was indeed a bold yet impressive move. Where adjoining terrace houses would have their car park within the boundaries of the property, here the designer decided to sacrifice the front porch to create a lush garden with a screen of trees that shades the afternoon sun and at the same time provides privacy and a view for the interior.
When we first got on board the project, when we first visited the site, I felt the original house, I felt really compressed. It was really oppressive, the space, because it's built on a slope. So when you come in, the living space felt really compressed and dark, and I felt really suffocated. So immediately, the thought that came to mind is that when whatever it was that the client wanted to do with this house, we needed to bring as much natural light into the spaces as possible. And we came up with this idea of flipping the layout for the living room to be located on the first floor because of the existing pitch of the roof. I could imagine it being transformed into a lofty, like a loft kind of space with a double height space, and that the bedrooms can then remain on the ground floor, because naturally bedrooms, you want a space that's quite intimate and cozy. So we proposed the idea to the clients and they were happy with that.
As you pass through the private botanical, a large 6-meter tall one-piece steel door invites you into this glorious property. Framing up this grandeur steel door statement are 4 red brick fins that acts as a partial sun shading tool. There are 3 en-suites on the ground floor. All bedrooms are adjacent to their own private bathroom. The first room faces the front garden, which also enjoys the carefully crafted red brick fins that is one of the key highlights to this architecture. It blocks out the evening sun and also creates an impression that extends the size of the bedroom out to the garden. The beautiful details of how the dressing table mirror is also a window opening that correlates the courtyard to the bedroom, with folding chamfered mirror details, and the foldable mechanism makes the connection between the spaces such a tease. The red brick statement is not only paraded over the exterior, but the beauty of it extends its character into the bedroom, and an industrial touch to the pantry splashback and flooring alternative too. The second room sits in the middle, and the last room at the rear faces the garden of a tall creation that carries the pride of Toto and Pascal after 5 years of nurturing the garden.
Before, when we bought the property, actually it was quite nicely done, but not tastefully done. I think we like the location because it's a park across the road. You don't have any property to block you. I think it's quite nice. Front and back has no property. I think we like the location. We just committed. I just wanted something like this with bare concrete, steel and brick. We were in the UK for about 14 years. And because London is always gloomy. It's always like dark and depressing. You don't always get sunlight there, only in the summer for like 2 months, then no more sun, you know. And I used to stay in a very small, tiny room, which is like the loft room. So when we got back here, I think it's quite inspiring. So we wanted something loft for the living room, and also we need more sunlight to come into the house.
And I actually planted quite a lot of plants that actually I can use it for the indoor deco, which is I don't have to, go out and buy plants and all that stuff, which is I can cater for my own uses.
He likes doing gardening. Mine's like, I just picked up some cello about last year. That's what my hobby is. Then after it's been built, right, we find like it's very warm. It's very accommodating. We feel like want to stay at home at all times, you know. Even guests coming in is very convenient because they do not have to walk past here. So they can go straight up from the staircase to the living area where all the guests are. Our mahjong friends, you know, or whatever friend will come in, they just go straight up. It's very convenient. And the impact is like, we spend more time at home now, day to night.
As you step onto the first floor, a surprising element excites all your design senses. A collaborative idea between the owners and designer, pushing inspiration of a suspended concrete staircase, was turned into a successful experiment. The concrete suspended staircase creates lines that is parallel to the existing roof truss of the old architecture.
No, so basically what they did was they had one flat base, and then after that they put the divisions in. And then they cast it, and then after that they buka the bottom plate, and then they just knock the gaps out. Wow, the Indian guy was cursing me.
Stepping onto the first floor, there is a dialogue between the vertical and horizontal elements across the lofty design open floor plan that is well balanced and flawless. The open kitchen is the main heart of this humble abode, naturally relatable to the owner's occupation and passion of the business. A concrete top that spans across the entire kitchen, paired with a full-on industrial kitchen at the back. It is not just a space to cook. In the words of Pascal, it is a space to explore, experiment, taste, and indulge. A dining area sits between the two air wells on both sides, making it seem like an island floating among the mature growing trees. A small guest room with a picturesque floor-to-ceiling height window is set beside an open concept powder room with chic details of the best out of primitive materials like the polished concrete basin, paired with mini subway bricks with a quirky selection of mirror. The owners carry the finest taste which keeps the entire property in perfect consonance. From the choices of furniture kept controlled among solid teak wood and mild steel chairs, the small details clearly affect the overall picture of the project outcome.
The Desa Lightwell house is a remarkable design where the private areas, that is the bedrooms and the private pantry, are at the ground floor level, and the more public areas for dining and entertainment are at the upper level. The design illustrates the four most important factors in transforming a terrace house. Firstly, the design introduces daylight into the center and the rear areas of the house, thus reducing the need for energy-consuming electric lighting. Secondly, the design incorporates cross-ventilation. Although there is aircon in the house, it is not essential, and the house is cool if the tall windows at the front and rear are permanently open. Thirdly, there's a wonderful curated garden at the front of the house and a wild garden at the rear that gives the owners contact with nature. Fourthly, the main structural concrete beams and timber trusses have been recycled. These four factors are essential for the transformation of a mid-terrace house. Furthermore, they can be shown by cost-benefit analysis to make the process of transformation economically viable.
The evocation of this project would always echo in my head. A perfect combination among the designer whom extols the honest use of materials and the bold venturesome of flipping layouts out from the conventional. And of course, tasteful clients who value the journey of architecture and design exploration. Design is always a work in progress. My name is Alex Lee and I am from Design Seed. We hope you enjoyed today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification buzzer. It's time to unwind and enjoy Pascal's private performance.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go. Hey. Right. Cheers.
Cheers.